Hey, welcome to the award-winning 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl, broadcasting you live from Fishbowl Studios here in Bedford, Texas. Man, where it's a beautiful day. Man, we got some bipolar weather going on. I can't get it, man. I'm going to work cold and getting in the car hot. Yeah.
People are getting sick.
Yeah,
everybody's getting sick.
It is.
It's like 40 in the morning and 80 in the afternoon.
I know, man. Woo! Well, we are brought to you by Glenn Lawson Law and the Biker Wolfpack. Oh, if you ride, make sure you have the Biker Wolfpack on your side. 737 The Wolf. That's 737 The Wolf. And we're going to be bringing Glenn Lawson in here a little later on. He's going to talk about a bike build that he's got going on. Real interested about that. Want to give a big shout out. Big shout out to Misty Kinney. A warm, happy birthday from the 99. God bless. Have a great time. I hope you're celebrating your birthday in the best way possible, man. We got a lot of good things coming up today. We got Toni Labbbate with doing some first aid and life vac. We passed a bill. She was essential in passing a bill here in Texas, the HB 529, I believe it was. Do I have it here? No, I don't remember the number.
549.
549. The life vac that we've been supporting and backing for a number of years now. Now it is signed into law. So she's going to tell us all about that. We're going to hear about your Fort Worth parade. We got Bag Lady Sue coming in March, man. We are setting the dates. Mark your calendars.
We didn't have the disclaimer for today. I was like, she's coming today.
No, not today, man. But she's going to be here in March in the DFW area. And we are going to be hosting a nice event over at Texas Harley-Davidson with Bag Lady Sue. So make sure you mark your calendar because that's going to be a fun thing. All the proceeds for that is going to go to the Green Star family. And we are going to raise some money for our veterans. Yeah, look at that. Woo! And then in January, we for Heroes in the Sky, Texas Harley-Davidson, the 99 is going to donate one of those memorial vests to Texas Harley-Davidson to keep on display forever. But it will honor 19 servicemen and women who lost their lives due to post-traumatic stress. So if you have a name that you would like to be put on that memorial, please reach out to us. We have 3 or 4 names so far. We can fit up to 19 names on the vest. So reach out to us and we will get your loved one on that vest as well. So what's going on, Pitbull? You had a busy weekend.
Yes. It was busy. It was Veterans.
I know.
Week.
I saw the pictures and
weekend
look great.
Thank you. I clean up okay.
You do. You clean up very well.
A little lipstick on her.
Yeah. So tell us about the Veterans Day Parade.
So I like the parade. So it's the Tarrant County Veterans Day Parade, which this year for me was a new route, but apparently this was like the original parade route that they went back to, which I loved way more because you actually went downtown Fort Worth. You got to smell all the restaurants, which was a little. It's not okay with that. But we had.
You want to jump off the float and get some food.
I'm like, where are we door dashing at the next block?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was great. There was a lot more crowd. The other route was like under the bridge from Panther Island. It was a little bit more difficult for people to actually get out of their cars and watch the parade, in my opinion. So this was like perfect. People were on the sidewalks, tons of people, even in the windows.
Nice.
It was nice and beautiful weather. It was windy though.
Now you rode in a helicopter.
That's how I
which
roll.
was pretty cool, and that was from the
Fort Worth Aviation Museum.
Yeah,
shout out to Jim.
Yeah,
he's like he wants the pretty ladies in the helicopter. They host the Hops and Props, So they host the Hops and Props, the Fort Worth Aviation Museum. So that's how our connection is with Battling Buddies
But you guys had to be the star of the parade, towing that helicopter.
Apparently, we were the only like non-car.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Besides motorcycles, but yeah.
Yeah, and I saw some of the pictures on the Fort Worth website. Starring you and Cha-Cha and a couple of the other girls.
Cha-Cha, baby, and my new girl Alex.
Yeah,
which I met at Celebrity Softball Classic.
Very
Thank
cool.
you, Tim. Making connections.
Making connections.
She's done pinup. So my new girl Alex, she's done pinup before. She was at Celebrity Softball. She saw some other pinups there. Wasn't the vibe. Saw me. I wasn't even in pinup, and then I mentioned it. Boom, connection. And now she's like all about it. And I'm super excited about it.
Oh, man.
We're growing. We're taking new members.
You are. And you know what? The Battling Buddies is so valuable for our veteran community. for the whole community, not just the veteran community, because you guys do a lot for the whole community, not just the veterans. But when you guys go to these senior homes and you help out, you go to these events and raise money for our heroes. You guys do extraordinary things throughout the whole state of Texas. And you guys got for a lot of people that don't know, the Battling Betties is not just here in Texas. You have about 10 different chapters, correct?
I think it's like 12.
12 chapters.
I don't know if I can name them all. I know it's like Michigan, Utah, Colorado, Tennessee, Georgia, Nevada, Colorado, Oklahoma.
Wow.
Utah. I don't know if I said that already. And New York.
Wow.
So
yeah.
Johnny
Florida.
Rizzo.
Don't you have any in Florida?
Yes, and a big one in Florida. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're all over. And if you don't have one in your state, you can start one there too.
Yeah, it's not too hard, right? You just
No.
got to get some girls that are
Need
willing,
3 girls to start.
that are willing to just give back to their community.
Go to battlingbetties.org. See if your state's there. Fill out the application. Boom.
Yeah.
Done.
Well, hey, big shout out to Johnny Rizzo. He is getting ready to, and he's looking to get us on this too. Cruise in April.
Which cruise?
It's a rock cruise. It's a
Sold.
biker rock cruise. We're going to give you some more information about that a little later on, but it is going to be on It's going to be on Margaritaville, and he is trying to get us on. I found out that Gary Michael's already booked.
Of course he did.
On there. Yeah.
Of course he did.
Yeah, he is going to be one of the headliners on that cruise, and it's going to be a biker cruise out of I forgot the name of it. I don't have it in front of me, but we're going to stay tuned.
Announced.
It's to be announced. Johnny Rizzo is all over it, and he's going to make the things happen. He's going to make things happen.
I'm digging it. They need to have more kind of themed cruises like that for bikers.
Yeah.
Get us out of our element.
Well, they just docked from the High Seas Rally Cruise. I'm hearing they had an amazing time on Margaritaville. And everybody has had a great time. Raised a lot of money for the Dialysis Foundation and the Wounded Warrior Project. That's what it's all about. The cost of the ship may be a little bit more money, but you got to remember they're giving out thousands and thousands of dollars in prize money. They're giving out thousands of dollars in donations to the Wounded Warrior Project and to the Dialysis Foundation. Plus, they're bringing on dialysis patients, their doctors, and their families for free. So, though the cost of the ship may be a little bit more money, the benefit value on that for other people means so much more. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to hear from Glenn Lawson Law, and then we'll be back right after these messages.
Hey everybody, this is Glenn with Glenn Larson Law and Biker Wolfpack Law. And I got one simple concept today. Don't be a tough guy. Don't try to do it on your own. And also, don't talk to the bad guys. So what do I mean? Don't be a tough guy means go get medical attention right away and tell the doctors everything that's wrong with you. Make sure to do that, because if you don't, it's going to mess up your case. Number 2, if you have a problem with your roof, do you hire a roofer? If you have an injury situation and you need help, hire legal professional representation. Our firm is one of those firms, and we stand ready to help. Number 3, most importantly, heaven forbid, do not speak to the insurance companies without legal representation. That's it in a nutshell. Thanks for listening.
What we believe in at Glenn Larson Law is doing one thing and doing it really well. When I meet people, I always tell them we're going to uncover every single rock possible. That's the medical component, that's your story, and your voice.
We've solely focused on personal injury, whether that be a slip and fall accident or a commercial 18-wheeler, a motorcycle or DWI, motor vehicle accident. We specialize in that and that only.
When someone says, my neck really hurts, I know exactly how that feels. There's so much more to an injury case dealing with the pain level that people go through and how it affects their lives. And I know how to advocate to make sure that the insurance companies take all of that in consideration in every case.
We're very transparent and open to always keep them informed and stay on top of their case at all times.
Because we're a little bit smaller in team numbers, we're able to really dive into every single case and develop not only a client relationship, but a friendship and a lifelong connection.
We're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll meet you anywhere, at the scene, in the hospital, at your home. Whatever's best for the client, we will do every single time.
There is a connection component that I believe our firm is committed to. We want to be connected with you and your family beyond this case, so that you know that you have a lifelong partner. Not just a case, but a lifelong connection and a lifelong voice. And we look forward to serving you.
My name is Carol Saint, and I ride with 99.
Hey, I'm Homie, and I ride on the 99. You can watch it every Wednesday, 99% Radio.
Hello, beautiful people. I am Chaz. I ride with 99, baby. Woo! 99% Radio every Wednesday. Stay tuned. Woo! Y'all be fantastic. Where?
Biker Wolfpack Law is a safety organization founded by myself alongside Robert Howell with the primary focus of motorcycle safety, advocacy for injured bikers, and just general protection for those injured while riding motorcycles in the great state of Texas. Motorcyclists have all of the safety information they need, all of the legal information they need, and frankly, if needed, that full-blown legal advocacy in times of injury through no fault of their own.
Welcome back to the award-winning.
Stop
99% Radio
talking.
Network. And speaking about award-winning, this Sunday, tune in
I know.
to Fishbowl Radio Network, because
We
the
don't know what we're
99%
getting.
Radio Network has received a few awards.
We don't
We
know,
don't know what they are,
But,
but we have received a few awards. So we'll see what they are. You know, the YouTube thing is all screwed up. Look at that. On YouTube, it is messed up, and I don't know why. I don't know if that's
figure
from
it out. You can still
StreamYard.
hear us.
Yeah, it's definitely all messed up.
You need to get a new Gmail account, I guess, right?
But I want to welcome Glenn Lawson with Glenn Lawson Law and the Biker Wolfpack. What's up, my brother?
Hey, how y'all doing? Can you
Fantastic.
hear me all right?
Absolutely.
Good.
You've been a busy man,
have.
running around, and what's going on?
You know, it's been just a great adventure last week. For those that don't know, there's this one of the I think it's the second largest convention in the world in Las Vegas. I was so fortunate to be able to really ride the coattails of Robert Howell. It's called the SEMA conference. It's especially equipment manufacturers, and it's for automobiles. Basically every single thing to do with four wheels and some two wheels. And so while we were there, really, it's for trades of all types that do anything with the rubber meets the road type of deal.
Yep.
There's a less of a presence in the motorcycle world, but there's still a lot there for motorcycles, because the reality is a lot of the products there, cross over in terms of the paint work and that kind of thing. But it's the entire convention center, 180,000 people, 140 countries.
Wow.
140 countries. And I'm proud to say that I know we promote Robert a lot and we talk about it, but man, if you need some really great work, he's down in Cedar Park, just northwest side of Austin, Sun God Graphics. And spoiler alert, he won Best of Show.
That is amazing.
And his paint work there. There was a thing called the Battle of the Boards, which is put on by a company called Nwapa, which is, and I may be getting it wrong, so forgive me, but basically it's a supplier of all types of finished products. And they did sponsored a lot of artists. There were hundreds that submitted their work. And then during the SEMA conference, it was cut down to 50 and then to 6. And then Robert's work won Best of Show.
And he doesn't only paint motorcycles. He does amazing graphic work on hockey masks, goalie masks.
Mm-hmm.
He paints just about anything.
Baseball, catcher's mask.
Yeah, he does some amazing work. So whatever field you're in, if you want to get your bike painted, if you want to get your mask painted, whatever, check out Sun God Graphics. Check out Robert Howell. You will not be disappointed with his work.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience for those that are looking for something to do in the fall next year. That particular conference, it's not even a conference, it's a convention. Let's put it that way. Monday through Thursday is all the trade, right? You can't get in unless you're part of the organizations or a sponsor of one or something of that nature. And then on Friday, they open it up to the entire public.
Wow.
And they did a whole music festival. The Black Crows were there Friday night. It was super awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Did you get to go to the Sphere? The new Sphere? Did you get to see it?
You know, the funny thing is,
I need some.
I can ride in a
stuff.
sprint car on dirt and like haul ass, or for that matter,
stuff.
a motorcycle. But I can't sit in any of those things that move. I get sick as a dog. You know what I mean?
That's what she was just saying.
I like look even thinking about
But
it.
I think I left at the movie Avatar when it was at IMAX.
Was it cool? You just see it,
yeah,
and
it's
the outside's
cool.
got to be beautiful,
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
they all looked like they had a great time.
If the boss, if Bruce was playing or something, I'd probably make an exception and go. But then again, I'm not going to go just sit there and be crowded with a bunch of people. I'd rather be looking outside.
I got you.
I'm gonna feel trapped. But it's an interesting thing to do when you're there. It's nice to be away from the strip a little bit and just kind of really just learn so much and so many burnouts. I don't know. I mean, all my clothes smell like burned rubber, which I love. But after a while, it's like, okay, enough of burning $400 tires and this kind of craziness.
But it's fun, man. And
it's a total fun thing.
It's a networking opportunity.
It's a networking opportunity. Just to be clear, from a business side of it, if you own there's a lot of buyer work there too, right? So if you own any type of body shop or any type of accessory business, there was 4 floors full of tires.
Which hotel was it at?
It was at the Las Vegas Convention Center.
Oh, the convention center.
The entire thing.
Wow.
Again, 180,000 attendees.
Jesus.
Right? So just think about that for a minute. And so every single thing you could possibly want, if you're in the world of automotive industry, from tent to paint to engines to racing to, air fresheners. I mean, literally anything related to motor vehicles at all of any type, even Baja trucks like the race in the.
So you must have saw some pretty cool vehicles.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How many do you want to take home?
Robert,
how many did you take home?
we spent. I did some videos on this. We spent quite a bit of time with the Baja trucks because Robert was explaining to me all of that world, and anything related to racing, I'm all about it. So we actually connected with a lot of the guys from Monster Energy and the Baja 1000, and actually got to speak with a lot of the drivers that race in that race down in the Baja Peninsula of Mexico and across the dunes and stuff. So it was, I'm not going to brag about it anymore because all my friends were like, what? So it was a really cool thing. I'm super proud of Robert and his work. He did this
and our sponsor left us home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, next I was doing
he took me to Austin.
It was called reconnaissance.
I got to go to the moto rally.
next year.
A little recon work.
I got to go to the bagger.
It was pulling
races.
strings just to. I mean, Robert was gracious enough. His sponsor, for everyone who owns a paint business or body shop, Custom Paints. Please check out their paints. That's one of his big promoters there as well. So make sure to go to that next year. Got something exciting to talk about also.
Now I think I got the picture up there. Don't mention it yet?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. You guys are doing something for the Austin Toy Run.
Yep.
Right?
That's right.
On December 7th.
That's right.
Do you have the flyer up there? Do you see it? Yeah. I think I posted it up there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So one of my things that I'm very passionate about, just similar to keeping it local in terms of your choice of an attorney, is also related to the choice of charities that you support, right? We have, of course, Mark over here with all of his foundation and everything, with Tattoo Mark. And then in Austin, what we do every year, that one of the largest toy runs, and it's going to be on December 7th. You can check out more information about it, but it's to support the Round Rock Housing Authority and other housing authorities for both seniors and children. So that's a big push for me as a challenge to everyone is, man, please find us something that also supports seniors. There's lots of things that, the kids needed the help for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But imagine you're 80-something years old and you're alone. You have no family, right?
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's just not going to be cool. So make sure to do that. So to be clear, Robert, myself, Darian, all the other girls and other people from Biker Wolfpack will be at this big charity event that we're going to host to be the title sponsor for the 5th year in a row. And so we're going to be giving a big check that day. But most of all, boots on the ground, wrapping presents, and there's going to be, a motorcycle run. This year, it'll be escorted, right, with all those great folks from Round Rock Police Department. and we're grateful to have that opportunity
Maybe
once
the
again.
maybe the 99 will come down there as well.
I would love to have you.
We'll broadcast live from down there and just because you brought up a good point, Glenn. We never really think about seniors until we are, and there are a forgotten generation. There are forgotten heroes, and when you get to that age, and when you have ailments or your family has passed on, and you got nobody. It's the people like Glenn Larson and the Biker Wolfpack and Robert Howell and all these other people that step up to really shed some light and take care, and that means a lot to these individuals.
And the fulfillment that you get as a person to be able to connect. I mean, just for your own well-being, the smiles and the connection. I mean, I was super close to my grandparents, so for me, it hits home, right? So I can just imagine, what my dad would be like if he was alone and all that kind of thing. So it doesn't matter what it is, just please support every type of senior possible. They need it just as much as everybody else, and often they go unlooked at during Christmas. Yeah,
and that's that's something that, as a biker community, the car club, any foundation, organization, grassroots, that you're doing a fundraiser.
Battling Betties, right?
Battling the Battling Betties, they do
it a lot. Yeah.
They do it a lot. They go and play checkers and chess and speak with them and talk with them. Spend time with them, And so if you have a senior living in your area, many of these guys and women are veterans who served our country. They do not deserve to be forgotten about. So take a little time out of your Saturday, man. Valentine's Day is coming up, man. Bring some chocolates to them. Christmas is coming up. Bring them stuff that they could use.
Yes.
And there's a lot of things that you can bring there that they, if their family ain't bringing it to them, they may need.
Yeah. One of the things that I know we're gonna, if I need to let somebody else come in a minute, I can come back and finish this. But I'm just listening to my wife talking in my ear here. I'm thinking about her right now. So she would say, "Hey, it's not about you, right? What do they need?" Because the reality is, when I first started doing things for people, I would make it, a little bit about, we'll give them this, and no, ask them what they need, and then be okay with, like, if you're going to connect with a particular organization, it's okay to really, I don't want to say micromanage it, but to really ask tough questions about, how much of this money is actually going to go to them? Yes. How does it go to them? What's the distribution look like? I'm asking those questions with what we're doing with the toy run, so that I'm making sure that, it's all logistically smooth.
Well, there's a lot of fraudulent. Yeah, there's a lot of fraudulent people out there, and everybody will turn around and say, "Oh, my, 6 cents on every dollar is going to the."
No, you'd be better off driving your butt down to their nursing home and spending some time and giving the gifts to 10 people than to just write some random check to some organization and wonder where it went.
You got to understand, there is operational costs in anything you do, but it's never 3/4. If they're taking a dime out of every dollar, that's a lot. Okay. They shouldn't be taking,
we don't take
they should be taking more than that out of every dollar.
Just ask them what they need. That's the point, right?
Yep,
on that kind of stuff. So there's that.
So, and then you got a bike build?
Man, we'll talk about more of this next week, but we're super pumped. We're going to be partnering with several different organizations that we agreed to it earlier today, actually. But at Sturgis next year, they're going to have a raffle of a particular motorcycle build that we're going to be the main title sponsor on, with some guys in Florida and some other people in South Dakota, and it's a whole collaboration of builders. And then it's going to be a donation through raffle, of course, to the Sturgis Museum.
Oh, nice.
And supporting the museum.
Very cool.
Biker Wolfpack will be there in full force, and we're there. You look out for data. And maybe we'll bring some others along the way.
Well, we fit snug in a suitcase.
We are your stereotype that
I could fit snug in a suitcase.
It's going to be.
I'm going to ride up there. I'm going to haul the bikes up and go.
I have to give a shout out to Road Guardians. They're the accident scene management group that I work with a lot, and they're going to be heavily involved. Vicky with them, and then of course Vagabond builds out of Fort Lauderdale. and a bunch of other parts along the way, including some work with Easy Riders too. So we're super
cool.
pumped.
Yeah,
and it's just very much in the infant stages, but we agreed to our financial part of the situation
Have you been to Sturgis?
today. So
I've never been to Sturgis.
Never been to Sturgis?
So I'll be there.
It's gonna be my 3rd year
Have
if I
you
go
been there?
again.
No,
You've
I
never
haven't.
been there either.
No.
So you're gonna be a virgin as well?
Yeah, man.
All right.
We're gonna
So
pop y'all's
We're
cherries.
gonna pop the cherry. We're gonna pop the cherry next week. Next
Pitbull's
year.
gonna pop their cherries on Sturgis.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Next week we'll ask, maybe open it up for some legal questions. So everybody else,
My
I know
grandma
that it's
used
been a
to go
little
to
while
Sturgis.
since we've done that.
Yes.
So I do definitely want to help any legal questions that I can't answer. I'd like to, next time I'm here to maybe do a little round table.
And you know what? If you can't wait till next week for the legal questions, you can always give them a call at 737 The Wolf.
Absolutely.
737 The Wolf. They have operators online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just for that, to answer your questions, to give you advice, and to help you through a situation. So don't ever think you can't. So if you ride, make sure you have Glenn Lawson and the Biker Wolf Pack on your side. Keep that number in your phone. Do it now. Put 737 The Wolf. And this way, you'll always have it readily available. They should be your first call in an event of any type of accident after 911.
Right. Make sure to take a Road Guardians course or any other type of safety organization course about accident scene management. And if you ride, you have that obligation to do that. And of course, that you have under and uninsured motorists to protect yourself in case the person that hits you has no insurance.
Well, we're gonna have one of those courses coming up early in 2026.
Good.
Over at Texas Harley Davidson right here.
Yep.
Micah has granted us. He wants to bring in a road course, the accident prevention course. So accident scene management course. I'm sorry.
It's
through
all
Texas
that.
Harley. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So we're going to be doing that in the early of 2026. We had a lot of stuff going on at Texas Harley Davidson in January. We are going to be doing memorial dedication with Heroes in the Sky. We're going to be, the 99 is going to be donating a flak jacket over there that's going to stand proudly forever with 19 names of the memorial service members who lost their battle to post-traumatic stress. Then we are bringing in Bag Lady Sue in March for a fundraiser for the Green Star families. So we got a lot going on at Texas Harley Davidson. Every weekend, check it out. You won't be disappointed. We're going to be bringing on, is Mongo on? Mongo's on, because Mongo we're bringing on a little early today because he has got plans later on, and he wants to get this Mongo log out. This is going to be a special Mongo log. I think this one holds near and dear to his heart. So sit back, stay tuned, and we're going to be back with the Mongo log right after this.
I'm Sassy Sin with Battle and Betties, and I ride with the 99% Radio.
Leather Up will keep you safe while looking great with a huge selection of armored and casual flannel shirts. From beaded to sleeveless, Leather Up's got badass gear for all riders and all seasons. Leather Up with 3.5 million customers since 1999. Iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and affordability with free same-day shipping on orders over $100. Visit leatherup.com and use the promo code MAYHEM for 20% off.
Here at 1010 Aussies, we're going to find you your forever pet. We specialize in miniature and toy Australian Shepherds. All our pups are pet and family friendly. They're socialized, basic training, and a health guarantee. Check out our miniature and toy Australian Shepherds at 1010aussies.com or call us at 817-213-6698.
Hey, I'm Amber. I'm with AM Special Pickles, and I ride with the 99.
Hey, what do you say? This whole town could be red by the end of the day. If you feel alright, we can throw it and drive. With the radio up so loud they can hear us from now. Me and you, nothing to do. These days they come and go. Me and you, nothing to lose. I feel it in my soul. So let's let the good times roll.
Mongo! Santa Maria! Never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo!
Mongo, welcome, Mongo. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How about you guys? How are y'all doing?
We are doing fantastic. But you're
Fantastic.
enjoying the weather. Well,
It's my
I'm sure the
favorite kind of
California weather is even better.
We're having actually, it's kind of cool, and it's going to be a series of rainstorms for the next week. So it kind of sucks out here. It's nice and pleasant. I mean, I did enjoy sipping a smoke outside. Nice weather, but I skipped the gym today.
Well, what do you got? You got some plans
Shame.
later on, right?
I've got to, as soon as Rocky gets home from doing her nursing thing that she does, I'm taking her to Sacramento. Hopefully she will catch a flight because she's flying out to Florida to visit her mother, who's not in the best health right now, but so she wants to go out and see her again. So I'm going to be taking care of the house and the dogs on my own for a week.
Oh, nice. Vacation time.
Vacation time. It's party time
Vacation
for sure.
time. It's party time. It's party time Mongo style.
That's right. Nobody's
All right,
telling me
Mongo.
what to do or when to go to bed and what to do and what to clean.
All right, so we're looking forward to this Mongo log. I know this one holds near and dear to your heart. So without further ado, the famous Mongo log.
All right, here we go. So today's Mongo log, I'm going to talk about my shooting incident, which I don't talk about very often. So here we go. It's not often that I talk about myself. I don't talk about myself on purpose. I'd rather talk about things that are either pissing me off or subjects that I find interesting. Things about myself don't fall into either of those categories, and I'm somewhat private. So today's Mongo log is a little about me, and then I will again close this box back up for about another 20 years or so. November 15th, 2003 was the night that I was shot 2 times. My partner, Officer Matt Pavelka, was killed that night. It's a night that I literally remind myself of every morning that I have been for the past 22 years. Had my shift evolved that night like I had hoped it would, I had plans to drive my son to Oakland the next morning to see the Vikings play the Oakland Raiders in the afternoon. Although I had been given the night off from work, I didn't want to leave the shift shorthanded. So I came into work. My plan was to work until midnight, go home, get some sleep, then drive my son to Oakland in the morning. Unfortunately, the night did not go as I had planned. After roll call, I grabbed a soda, packed a dip, and headed to the Ramada Inn. The Ramada Inn is what is notoriously known location to catch an easy crook with meth, stolen property, or a gun. It was literally just that quick and easy. I saw 2 individuals sitting in an unlicensed black Cadillac Escalade. As quick as I checked off on the vehicle, Matt Pavelka, who worked that particular beat, responded to back me up. When I came into the parking lot and stopped behind this vehicle, as I had done so with my lights turned off. When I walked up on the driver's side of the vehicle, I literally caught both the occupants by surprise. Both of the occupants of the Escalade were focused on me and did not see Pavelka arrive, also blacked out. The passenger gave me his identification, but the driver said that he had none with him. He gave me his name verbally. I ordered the driver out of the vehicle. I saw that Officer Pavelka was standing next to the passenger side door, but the two occupants still had not seen him. As the driver got out, he stepped out backwards, and when he turned towards me in a clockwise to turn, I saw a gun in his left hand. Although I was able to draw my gun and get 2 shots off, he was also able to get 2 shots off. I hit him in his heart, but he also found his target. His first shot hit me in the right side of my stomach. The ballistic vest that I was wearing was known by the manufacturer to be defective, but that's another monologue altogether. The first bullet never actually penetrated the vest, but the vest was sent into my stomach about 6 inches, causing me to double over. His second shot, which would have hit me in the same spot had I not been doubled over, hit me in the head. Unfortunately for me, my head is solid rock. The 45 round that hit my head fragmented and ultimately impacted my spinal cord between C3 and C6. This instantly paralyzed me, dropping me to the ground, unable to move from the neck down. While this was happening, Pavelka turned and was coming around the vehicle to assist me. The asshole passenger got out, following behind Pavelka, and began shooting at him. Pavelka was hit with gunfire in his back and legs multiple times and ultimately died as a result of his wounds. The passenger was able to get away by running across the adjacent I-5 freeway. Without getting too deep into the weeds, Garcia, the passenger, later said that he saw me lying in such a large pool of blood, he assumed that I was dead and did not shoot me anymore as he passed by. When I fell to the ground, I hit my head on the asphalt. So in addition to the gunshot wound in my skull finally cracked and I was lying in a very large pool of blood. I remember hearing the sounds of sirens and ultimately seeing the helicopter orbiting overhead, shining its night sun through the rain as it was falling. I don't recall talking to the officers who responded to the location. I was able, however, to give them detail of everything that had occurred. I kept asking the officers that were there to help me get up because 1, I couldn't get up on my own, and 2, I wanted to join them in the hunt for the asshole that got away. The shift lieutenant, who was also my SWAT lieutenant, convinced me that I was going to have to go to the hospital with the fire department and not go with them. I had always said that if I had ever been in need of trauma care while on duty, I wanted to be taken to USC Medical Center in Los Angeles and not our hospital or any Valley hospital. My hat's off to the Burbank PD. They absolutely trashed their new shiny ambulance running me down the freeway to USC Medical Center. Fortunately for me, USC deals with gunshot wounds on a daily basis. That night, in addition to the trauma teams at the hospital, there was also Navy surgeons there preparing to deploy to Iraq. They trained there prior to deployment for their experience again dealing with gunshot wounds. I can't say enough good things about the trauma surgeons and the nurses who were there to be able to patch me up. That night, law enforcement came together. A task force was immediately formed that lasted for 2 years. LAPD led the task force. BPD, Glendale PD, and the FBI, as well as the U.S. Marshals, literally spent the next 2 years observing, documenting, and ultimately eradicating the criminal street gang known as the Vineland Boys. Search warrants, phone taps, surveillance, and informants were used to build a RICO case. In the end, at the end of the investigation, this entire entity was either locked away in state prison or federal prison. The blueprint for totally eradicating a criminal street gang had been completed. The problem with this blueprint is that it's not cheap. The manpower and the overtime are astronomical, but criminal street gangs can be eradicated. The epic manhunt that followed is the subject of a TV documentary, which is available currently streaming on Discovery Plus, titled American Cartel. The first 3 episodes of the series documented this particular incident and the investigation. I mentioned the RICO Act. RICO is the acronym for Racketeering, Influence, and Corrupt Organization Act. But all of the cool kids like to say RICO. It is a federal law aimed at combating organized crime by allowing for the prosecution of individuals involved in a pattern of racketeering activities. To secure a conviction under RICO, the government must prove that an enterprise existed, it affected interstate commerce, and that the defendant engaged in at least 2 acts of racketeering within 10 years. Over the next 2 years, this task force was able to identify and gather information on everybody in this gang and anybody who ever thought about being in this gang, and put them away in either state prison or federal prison for terms ranging from 2 years to life for several members. The night of the shooting, when Garcia got away on the other side of the I-5 freeway, he was actually contacted by a rookie police officer. One of the officers who had been responding to the shooting incident crashed his motorcycle crossing the railroad tracks headed to my location at the time of the shooting incident. This accident resulted in serious trauma to his legs. So Burbank PD was actually dealing with 2 incidents at 2 locations within a half mile of each other. Because of the incidents occurring together, there were no officers available to back up this rookie officer who had contacted Garcia. Unfortunately, the rookie believed everything Garcia told him and his activities and let him go. Garcia escaped to Mexico. It was determined that he was later in custody with Mexican authorities. The FBI insisted that Mexico release him back to us. Since Garcia was potentially facing the death penalty in the U.S., this method of asking did not sit well with the Mexican authorities, and they told the FBI no. The U.S. Marshals, however, had a different strategy. They asked very politely and knew that some palms would have to be greased and how much grease would be needed to make this happen. They asked how much grease to make this happen they asked how much grease was necessary and to whom it should go. After everybody was greased up, the Mexican authorities called the U.S. Marshals and told them to check the trunk of a vehicle parked at McDonald's on our side of the border. The U.S. Marshals located Garcia in the trunk. He had apparently tied himself securely with rope, handcuffed himself, and was waiting to be arrested. Matt Pavelka's father is a retired LAPD detective. He traveled to San Quentin prison to speak with the warden about death row inmates and the death penalty. The warden was very open with him and explained that California will never execute anyone. He said that people on death row are treated like celebrities. They're segregated and they live a good life, or as good a life as can be expected while incarcerated. Pavelka's parents asked the DA to not seek the death penalty, but rather seek life without parole for Garcia. The DA allowed Garcia's defense team to come to them begging for life without parole instead of the death penalty in exchange for a guilty plea. The DA took their time responding to this request, and ultimately, when the request was made an appropriate number of times, they allowed Garcia to plead guilty and be sentenced to life without parole. Eliminating a criminal street gang is not impossible. This includes gangs ranging from white motorcycle gangs such as the Hells Angels down to local street gangs, or of whichever ethnic background they may come from. Unfortunately, this is not a quick or cheap fix. It will require manpower and will require a lot of money in the form of salary, overtime, and equipment to accomplish this mission. This is a very thumbnail sketch of the incident. I could actually write pages on this. As I've said, a multi-episode TV documentary has been made about this incident. The Mongalong only details the sequence of events and highlights the entire incident. Matt was such a good young officer with a lot of potential. I had spent time with him off duty. I considered him a friend. There were times that I had protected him, or at least tried to protect him from the wrath of our sergeant, or just drinking a few beers and watching a football game together. I have Matt's call sign tattooed on my left wrist. The numbers 1012 are at the base of the skull totem tattoo, encircled by the words, freedom isn't free. And that, my friends, is that. Whiskey improves with age, and I improve with whiskey. My name is Bongo. Whiskey goes in, wisdom comes out. I smoke cigars and I know things. Mongo is out.
Wow.
awesome.
Mongo, I can't imagine how hard that was for you to do. But I want to thank you so much for sharing. To all our listening audience, to anybody who's tuned in right now, we're going to do a quick moment of silence for your partner, Mongo, for Matt. So please join us in a quick prayer and a moment of silence for Matt. Thank you. You know, Mongo, thank you so much for sharing that story with us, and our thoughts and prayers go out to Matt's family as well. I know it's been many years since the incident, but you know what? That doesn't heal the pain of losing a son.
Yeah, no, I feel bad about it. Like I said, every day I think about it because one, I feel the pain every morning and it reminds me what's going on. But I will say this, if you get the opportunity, I think you can actually get Disney Plus and watch those episodes, even though Disney Plus costs a premium cost. I think you can actually watch the episodes as a trial and not pay the premium. You just have to sign up and actually watch the episodes. I know it's 2. I think it's 3 episodes. It's a series called American Cartel. Yeah. But it's a good series. They document it very well.
Now, did you get to consult on it at all, or no?
Yeah, well, absolutely. They actually came out to Texas and sat me down and interviewed me in my house in Texas. I know him now, the lead investigator from LAPD. We've talked a lot. We're actually friends on Facebook now. But like I said, the Discovery sent their interview team out to my house and talked to me in person. They talked to my family. Plus, I think they took clips from some things that I had done with my attorney and incorporated those into the documentary also.
Wow.
Yeah, well, we'll be sure to watch that. It's called American Cartel, and it's on Disney.
Yeah, it's
Plus
Cartel in America or American Cartel, but it's on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Is it on the Hulu and Disney Plus, or is it just Disney Plus? Because I know you can get Hulu and then Disney
I don't know, but you can look it up. It's online. You can look it up in your guides. It'll be there. And it'll talk about the killing of Officer Matt Pavelka. I think it might mention me way down low, but it's more about Pavelka was being killed.
Well, I'm gonna need an autograph headshot from you now.
This goes to show what our law enforcement men and women go through each and every day, where a routine car stop could end up in tragedy. No response is ever routine. And you know what? New York is going to find that out real quick as they can put the social services in charge of the mental health crisis and take the NYPD out of that. So they will find out real quick that no job is routine, and they're
saying American Cartel on Discovery.
Oh, Judy Lamb says American Cartel on Discovery. All right. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. Mongo, once again, man, thank you so much for sharing that. That was powerful. And I'm glad you're still here with us, brother.
Me too. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good show.
All right. And you know what? The only bad thing that the only thing that you really, being a Raiders fan,
I know, that's,
but I'm always going to bust your balls about that.
Hey, the I guess one of the nice things that came out of that was one of my partners contacted the Raiders organization, and Jim Otto, who doesn't sign autographs, wrote a letter to my son and signed it. So I've got a signed Otto jersey and the letter along with a playing card framed and hanging in my garage. So I mean that was nice.
Very nice.
The Raiders sent like 3 cheerleaders and God,
Like
Rod Martin
person?
with his Super Bowl ring. They sent to my hospital room, and they came out and said hi. So Rod Martin took his Super Bowl ring off and let me put it on. That ring was probably about that big around. It almost fit around my wrist, and I was weak at that time, so it was like a limp wrist holding his ring on my hand. But yeah, so the Raiders organization really came through, even though I missed the game, but they came through and helped out in the end.
That was cool. That was very cool. You know, the NFL does step up for our first responders and our veterans every once in a while. All right, brother. Well, you stay well. Safe travels to Sacramento.
I think Rocky might be getting home because the dogs are going ape.
I hear him. I hear him. Hear the kennel going. All right, brother. Well, you take care. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
All right. We'll see you all next week. Have a good show.
All right. Thanks. Mongo with the famous Mongolog man, opening up about himself. He doesn't do this very often. I've sat down with Mongo for many, many times for dinner and for beers, and he very, very, very rarely speaks about the incident that happened. So thank you for sharing that with our listening audience. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to bring on Lori Montoya, and then we're going to bring in Toni from New York. So stay tuned right after this.
I was in an accident 12 months ago to the day. I was driving on southbound Santa Fe, and somebody did a suicide left in front of me, and I T-boned him at 45 miles an hour. From that point forward, I don't remember anything for the next 18 days because I was in a coma.
She broke 9 bones, lacerated my spleen, put me in the hospital for 21 days. I remember none of it.
Biker Down was founded in 2011 after riding several rides over the summer and seeing, tragically, my friends get injured. And I felt that there was a need missing in Denver and in Colorado for an organization that helped the biker community. As you may know, the bikers are one of the most charitable entities out there, and what we do is provide them a variety of services such as medical equipment, financial assistance if necessary, and a plethora of resources to help them stay afloat during the hardest time in their life, which is their recovery. You know, my biggest hope is that I'll never get another phone call that a biker's gone down, but you know, that's not realistic. So I think my true realistic dream is that we can help as many as we can help, because it is life-changing for them. Certainly donating and volunteering your time, and even if you can't do that, attend our events. You know, attend our event and get a $20 t-shirt for your $20. You know, those kind of things make a big difference in a small nonprofit like ours.
Hey, welcome back to the award-winning 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl. We are bringing on Lori Montoya, fresh off the High Seas Rally. Fresh off the boat.
I am. You know, every once in a while I stand up, I'm like, boat's still moving. It takes a little while to get your land legs back. I was pretty comfortable with my sea legs, so it was great. It was, you know, you're never going to please everybody, but it was a smaller ship, and you know, you make it what you choose to make it. You know,
belly flops look big. I saw that. The pictures of the belly flops.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. You missed the good ones though, because the girls decided to get involved in it.
Well,
So
I saw
now-
there was a photo of one girl, and it was like the perfect
Perfect
photo.
form. Yeah.
It was like right before. It was like perfect.
Yeah, so we decided we're going to have our own women category next year. And then we also decided that we're going to do a pool tug of war.
Nice. There you
that'll
go.
be fun.
And I thought that would be really just a ton of fun and stuff. So I think you're going to see our cruisers group do a lot of exciting things. But the one thing I wanted to do for you is tell you that it's called the Islander Bike Fest.
Yes, that's in April.
Yeah. And so I just wanted, in case anyone wants to look at it, if you want that balcony cabin, it's important that you book sooner than later. You know, they give you payment plans just like High Seas Rally does. And, you know, we're going to get on it, whether it's with the 99 or in general, just to get our feet wet and listen to some good rock and roll. And, you know, like I said to you, that Margaritaville cruise offers, and we said we would talk about this, that they offer first responders and veterans a free cruise on Margaritaville ships. So
yeah, I'll take that one on Island Air for
There we
go.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. If you're a veteran, you guys should get on there sooner than later, because they have only so many spots that they give away at every cruise. But I think it's super important for veterans, first responders. I'm not being mean. That may not even forget these two cruises. Somebody that wants to do something special for their loved one, and maybe they don't have the money. You know,
responders need a cruise.
You know, and so go to Margaritaville at sea and see the dates they have available. I think it's absolutely, no matter what your comment is about the ship or the fact that the air conditioning was off the last couple of days, whatever it is, you know, give me a burger, give me good fries, give me my staples of breakfast, and I'm going to eat at port. And they do so much for the veterans and first responders. I think it's a phenomenal way to pay them back. And so,
without a doubt.
And as go ahead.
And no, Lori, and you know, you bring up a good point, you know, and I did see a lot of negative comments throughout the cruise, but they got to remember one thing. You know what? This was for the Wounded Warrior Project and for the Dialysis Foundation. You know, these cruises, these fundraising cruises are going to be a little bit more expensive, but they are helping out other people. They're bringing on 10 dialysis patients and their doctors and their families. You know, this all costs money. They're handing out thousands and thousands of dollars in prize money to the cruisers. They're running events, so you got to expect a little extra money.
Yeah. And don't misunderstand me. And I'm going to be brutally honest. And this is no surprise. It has gotten, on that particular one, it's gotten exorbitantly higher than anybody would want to pay. Right. However, those of us that have cruised, that have paid for this every year, you have to expect it to increase. And you have to expect, I don't even miss it on my credit card anymore. I mean, I'm just going to be blunt honest. If I had to write that check all at one time, it would be, no, I'm out. But I don't even miss it. And they really do offer phenomenal payment plans. So you are supporting that. They also have staff. They have marketing. They go to rallies. All of that is the cost of doing business. And they need to show to be in the black. And they, truthfully, haven't been in the black for since they bought this. So I don't want to go down memory lane, and I don't want to hear how the previous owners, you know, I don't want to hear it. I want love and light. And, you know, I had my little moments where something didn't go smooth on a cruise. You have that on every cruise.
Correct.
It's how you power through it. And I said to this one person, because they were talking about the air conditioning and don't go back on there, blah, 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 all this white noise. And I said to him, I said, okay, let's throw the example to a biker. I go on a bike ride with you and your bike breaks down. Do I get on social media and for the rest of your life, I bitch about how shitty your bike is and that it breaks down?
Very true. Very true.
The answer is no. You step up, you support that person, and you power through it, and have an extra shot and a beer and go to bed. You know,
that's right. That's right.
Shit happens. Shit happens. Hot. I opened up my balcony door. I cracked the door at the cabin. I had a nice breeze. You power through it, you know. So anyway, go on the cruises. I think this one's going to be great because I don't think we're going to have as many moving parts. I like this one because it's going to have a plethora of entertainment. It isn't going to be name bands, but it's going to be a lot of great cover bands. It goes to some great places. And I think if you're a veteran, support Margaritaville at Sea because they're trying. You know, Royal Caribbean and Carnival and MSS, and they could care less if I am happy or not. Margaritaville is trying very hard to create a brand and to create an experience, and the staff was phenomenal. So please support Islander Bike Fest, and let's get the 99 on there. Just contact them and say, hey, do you have the 99% radio network on there? Because they're great, you know.
Well, I got to tell you, Johnny Rizzo with Motorcycle Mayhem out of New York is actually working diligently to get the 99 on there. Along with Rock and Vodka. So we are that plan is in the works to get the 99 on the ship. I just heard that Gary Michaels.
Yes, I talked to Gary. He's on.
Yep, he is on. He is going to be, I guess he's going to be the host of the ship.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, I heard that he is going to not only do a show, but he is going to be kind of like the Julie Cruise director.
Yeah. The biker cruise director.
Yeah, because Gary's very charismatic, and he's got a way.
He's all gonna hypnotize us.
Yeah, he it'd be a lot of fun for him. He likes to walk around and shine, and he does a lot of good stuff, and he entertains very, very well. So,
by the way, just so you know, he hypnotized Chomper, and Chomper proceeded to tell 1,000 bikers that he hadn't seen me naked all week. So Chopper got nothing the rest of the cruise. Nada.
Oh, poor Chopper.
I have videotape of Chopper thinking he's naked, and I mean, it was the best to watch them hypnotize my tough biker guy.
Well, you got to send me that video because maybe we'll play it next week on the 99.
I think we should. He'll be okay with it.
If he's okay with it, yeah. We'll play it next week on the 99.
Getting back to Sturgis, no matter how you get there, I told you, if you get there, I have a place for you to lay your head down. So
awesome. We will be there next year.
That's a given. And I looked up that American Cartel on Disney Plus. I don't know if that's the right one.
Somebody said it's on Discover.
Yeah, so I think we need to get the absolute right title so we don't get people to sign. I didn't see it on Hulu, so I really want to support that. And what I want to do for Mongo, and I'm probably not listening, but he'll watch this later. I have Raiders season tickets.
Oh.
And I have them because of how much I'm in Las Vegas with our chapter. And one game a year, I give a set of tickets away. So I am making that commitment to Mongo for next year that we will pick the game. It can't be one of the premium ones because I usually get more for those, but we will get him a game and he can go sit. And
he would absolutely love that. He would absolutely love that. That is so nice.
Yeah, so he's got 2 tickets, and we'll make that happen for him. Okay, I'm going to talk about pleasant things today because I have created the Biker Down top 5 holiday stocking stuffers for the biker. I know it's a little early, but as we see, the Christmas stuff is out. Everybody's doing Black Friday, early sales and stuff like that. So the number one thing on my stocking stuffer list, and I will post this, is the Biker Down Trauma Kit. It is, if you have a biker in your life that is riding on the road, this is truly the best thing that one can have in their bike to render proper first aid. Even if it's not a accident, could be burning the leg, cut myself on something and everything else. This has everything you need, including a tourniquet and an Israeli bandage. Those 2 things alone, the quality ones, plus this compact bag, will run you over $50. So any delusion anyone has that they can create their own for less is a myth. I've tried myself. This bag on Amazon is $14.99. The tourniquet and the Israeli bandage will easily cost you $36. For the good quality ones, not the ones that are this big, but the ones that will save a life. So you can go to the Biker Down store, and I will post with you guys the links because I'm going to change it so they're easier to find. But that is one of the number one stocking stuffers and is a great gift, and you will use it over and over again. My next item is kind of fun because I saw these by another manufacturer, and I'm always worried that my husband's going to get killed or shot at on the bike when he's going up to a distracted driver going, get the F off the phone. Someday somebody's going to look at him and go, boom, boom, boom. So we created these wonderful Biker Down gloves because I also hate taking my gloves off to use my phone. And they say, get off the phone on both hands. So if you're up and you see that person texting or driving and things like that, you can just kind of beep your horn and go,
get off the phone.
It's a nicer message that
then,
yeah, and so these run $26 whole. They're light, they're vented, and then they've got the little thing there so that you can use it on your phone. Who can't spend $26 on the perfect stocking stuffer?
No, those are great. Mm-hmm. Those are great gifts. Getting back to that trauma bag, for $50, every bike should have a trauma bag or a trauma kit in it. No matter if you're going on a chapter ride or if you're going just on a solo ride, you should have some sort of trauma kit on your bike at all times.
Yeah,
we're all carrying a toolkit.
Cut it. A first aid kit doesn't really cut it because if you need to cut off the leathers, this has trauma shears. It really does follow very much in line with accident scene management. I put in a few other things such as a breathing barrier. I put in saline because sometimes you have to wash the wounds. I put in face mask and gloves because if you're dealing with blood, sometimes you're working on someone, even if they're your friend, you don't know everything about them and stuff. And it really is, it's great for Glenn to give away or for your January class, but it really is really, we could put a little patch on there that says the 99% radio network. But anyway, that was really one of the best things. The next thing is I made this. It is a great vented shirt with a candy skull. And it says, you never ride alone. And the women love that. That one is $35. And then I made the Biker Down one for the ladies that says, watch for motorcycle riders. And they're just cool shirts that, if you don't know what to get that biker, that man or woman that you love, they're really great things. And then the last thing is obviously the roadside membership for $37.50 a year. We're going to raise the prices in 2026. I haven't had a price increase in 3 years, but we're going to have to raise it next year to $40. So if you want to make sure that your man or your lady or whomever or your son can get safely off the road, this is nationwide certified motorcycle towing. So probably one of the best things. Last but not least, we have launched Adopt a Family for the holidays, where we are going into making sure that there are families in our geographic area that have Christmas under the tree. There are many kids that, because of financial reasons, move around a lot with mom and dad. And many times they say, oh, Santa forgot me this year. We don't want any child that we know of to think that Santa Claus forgot them. So we have an adoptaFamilyToday.org program where if even in Texas, because the 99 said you guys would like to participate. I definitely don't think we can do too many families. I think we should limit it to 5 our first year. So
we'll be here in Texas?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, we do $250 Walmart gift cards. So 5 families is roughly $12.50. and then we do the $150 worth of food. So I'm just saying $3,000 to $5,000 we need to raise to help those families. And if we raise $5,000, we can do more, but roughly they get $400 worth of cash services, but we like to give them a few gifts and things like that. And what we would probably do is have them come into your studio, or maybe we could have them meet you somewhere you could film it. But the donors that donate, we invite to come meet the families. So I thought that was really interesting, something that Glenn was saying about where does my money go? If somebody in Texas picks a family and they give $250, they will be there if they so desire to see you guys give away a $250 Walmart gift card. So they know that 100% of their donation went to that family.
Right. And you know what? So if we're going to do 5 families in Texas, the 99% Radio Network, on behalf of me, Pitbull, and all the co-hosts and segment hosts, we will adopt 1 family. So that leaves us 4 remaining families.
Okay, that would be great. So I'm sure that we can, over the next week, I'll try to get, if anybody wants to be adopted, I would definitely like to do a few veterans. If anybody's been injured in the Dallas area, Dallas-Fort Worth area, go to adoptafamilytoday.org. The adoption form is up now. Ask to be adopted. We will put your adoption tile up. If I can get those families adopted, then I'll open it up to a few more families. So that's kind of how you build it. Right. You start small and you build it. So remember, adoptafamilytoday.org, and we would be honored to help. And we are accepting donations right now. And that's really all I had. I had a happy segment.
You had a great segment. Hey, just to let you know, Judy Lamp put in our comments when you were talking about the American Cartel from Mongo. American Cartel can be found on Disney Plus and Roku channel.
Discovery Plus.
Discovery Plus.
Okay.
Sorry. And the Roku channel, or Philo. I don't know what that is. Philo. And it's the 2003 murder of police officer Matthew Bulvaca leads to the international manhunt, millions of dollars seized, homicides and discovery of the Mexican cartel infiltration of the U.S. street gang. So it's on. Thank you, Judy, for sharing that.
Discovery Plus.
Discovery Plus.
I would also say that you could probably take a lot of those keywords and go on YouTube too. Yep. And see, I bet you there's some, if someone for any reason can't afford or doesn't want to do that, I bet you could find some really interesting short-term documentaries and stuff.
Yep. And Roku is free. Roku is free. So.
Oh, okay. Roku. Perfect.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's all I have, guys. I will talk to you next week. I need you all to ride safe. And remember, if you go down, we step up.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Lori. And get that permission from Chopper so we can see that video next week, because that will be fun. That'll be fun.
I will. I will tell him not to watch next week, and I'll just send him.
All right.
God bless. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys. Lori. Appreciate it.
No worries.
Lori Montoya with Biker Down. Remember that we do have a Biker Down here in Texas. She is running the Adopt a Family for Christmas for the last couple of years. The 99 has also, participated in that. And this year we will participate in adopting 1 family here in Texas. We'll have 4 families left to go. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to bring in Toni with first aid equal first aid, because and she'll tell us about that. And Life Hack and the bill that just got passed here in Texas. Toni Labbbate next. Right after this.
My name is Art Lee. I invented Life Hack to protect my family. Protect your family. Buy Life Hack now.
Thank you, Dad.
That was us over 10 years ago.
Now, Life Hack is responsible for saving over 2,000 lives from choking.
We started this company in our garage, just hoping to make a difference, because over 5,000 lives are needlessly lost each year to choking incidents.
Help Life Hack on our mission to save lives.
In the time it takes you to pick up the phone and call, another life could be saved.
LifeHack's patented design creates a one-way suction to remove food or objects obstructing airways. All you have to do is place, push, and pull. And just like that, LifeHack can save a life from choking.
Quite frankly, I thought I was going to die. The LifeHack saved my life. In
2 seconds. Get your very own LifeVac now and get 20% off. Visit lifevac.net or call 877-LifeVac.
As my personal promise to you, if you order a LifeVac and have to use it, LifeVac will replace it free.
LifeVac works on adults, teens, or toddlers and can be ready in seconds and last a lifetime, guaranteed.
Best of all, you can even use a LifeVac on yourself, the elderly, physically impaired, or those that other methods may not be possible or are dangerous. In the event of a choking emergency, you could save a life, even your own.
Thank you, Daddy.
Life is precious and time matters.
Choking can happen anywhere. Help us put a LifeVac in every home, school, restaurant, car, office, everywhere.
Protecting families has always been our mission. I'm sure you love your family like I love my daughter. Do us all a favor and get your own LifeVac now.
LifeVac saves lives. Order one for your home, the office. It also makes a great gift. Use promo code Jackie and save 20%. Don't wait another minute. A life might depend on it. Go to lifevac.net or call 877-LifeVac. That's lifevac.net or 877-LifeVac. Order now.
I'm David with Thunderbird Biker Supply, and I ride with the 99.
Hi, I'm Maria. And I'm Misty. And we're with POF, and we ride with the 99.
Hey y'all, I'm Janie Balderas, and I ride with the 99.
Rising loud like a storm untamed. This is where the difference gets its name.
Hey, welcome back to the award-winning 99% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl. I want to welcome Toni Labbbate. Am I saying it right? Labbbate?
Labbbate.
Huh?
Tony.
Labbbate?
Hi. Hi, John. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you so much for joining us. You are all the way in New York. And, you know, we've connected, but we've never actually really got to speak to each other.
Yeah.
We're both part of the same kind of organization and follow the same paths with LifeVac and first aid and everything. But tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started, before we jump into this.
Okay, sure. Thank you. And I know I reached out to you. I know we've been in contact for a few years. So this is a wonderful opportunity to share all the good news that has happened over the past 4 years. So I began Equal First Aid about 4 years ago. I was in the home healthcare business for a long time, caring for the elderly. I learned about LifeVac and realized that people with disabilities or people that are elderly don't have the same option that we have to be rescued in a choking emergency. So I was contacted by a woman in New Jersey regarding legislation that was already in place. That's where my passion, really fueled me, because there was already legislation to save children in schools. So from there, and New Jersey, honestly, is still going. It's in its 5th session. So it's almost 5 years that bill won't move. So then I kind of snowballed it a little bit into New York and, as we know, Texas and other states. So I was very pleased that Texas was the first state to actually, follow an ADA law and implement this bill to have airway clearance devices in all of your schools, public and private.
Yeah. Now with Texas, you're telling me Jersey going through 5 sessions.
Yeah.
Texas immediately adopted this program. And do you know what the vote was? Or, I mean, everybody was on board with it, right? We didn't get
everybody was on board. I think it was 136 to 1.
Wow.
Texas, the first year that we put it in, it was a little slow going. But, my advocates and myself constantly reached out and said, please, 5,000 people die each year from choking. We have to get this done. And this representative, honestly, was a true champion. Within 7 months, once the bill was introduced, I believe it was last November to June, the bill was passed. And again, to just watch it go through all of the motions and if you follow it online, there's a little green grid, and every step that it's passed, it turns green. And then finally, we were at signature, waiting for the signature of the governor. So that was, our hearts were in our mouth, because we just said, we have to really have a law to help save all students and every individual, but especially those who may have a disability.
Well, our governor himself, he's challenged with a disability. He's in a wheelchair. He knows that if, God forbid he was choking, the Heimlich maneuver may not be the right thing to do for him because he's in a wheelchair.
Right.
And he probably saw that LifeVac is one of those devices that could save his life. God forbid he was choking.
Right. So it went to the governor, and again, it was great. So, and again, I thank you and your listeners and everybody for their service. I myself am a survivor of the Shield, so I really have great respect, and I thank you guys really from the bottom of my heart. My father died line of duty when I was younger, so I really do appreciate your time and letting me on here.
So listen, it's our pleasure, because it's like, when we talk about when the rubber meets the road, and LifeVac is a piece of rubber. When it meets the mouth, it's making a difference.
I took care of my my father-in-law, who was elderly, so I could totally see that would be.
No, he was frail, right? He was a little frail.
Because he choked at a restaurant one time, and I had to get behind him, and it was like one of those things, like he didn't do the thing to tell me, but he was like, I was kind of going,
standing by.
Do I go? Because if I go and do this, like, I'm gonna have to really do it. And he's frail.
See, and the one thing
that's a little scary, because you're like, even if I was wrong, then I just went boom to him, and he's gonna bruise and all these things. And
this is where LifeVac shines, because when we talk about the Heimlich maneuver, yes, it's the recommended way to for choking, but just like you said, you're scared of hurting that person. So if you're doing that to a loved one, or you're doing it to an infant, you are not going to put the adequate pressure on the sternum or build up enough pressure to dislodge that object, because you're going to be in fear of hurting somebody. You're going to be in fear of breaking someone's rib or bruising them or anything, or damaging something. See, and this is where LifeVac, no damage. It doesn't provide, it's just a suction that releases the
one
object.
of my great lessons that I learned in the beginning, of course, I did a lot of I did a lot of research, and I was reaching out to other organizations. But my first one of my first advocates, he was a trained EMT, and you never really think about, oh, well, I'm trained and I can do anything. You never think about that they can panic too.
Yeah.
If it's their loved one, and and he said, people. We panic, you don't want to, like you said, do it hard to your loved one or it is your child. But we say, just let's have a backup option in the event that it fails or it can't be done.
I was more terrified when it came to, because I've been in healthcare-ish for a while, but like when it came to elderly. Yeah. And maybe it was because he was my father-in-law, maybe a little bit more like, ooh. Because but it was the elderly, because they're so fragile. But I know infants are fragile, but they're kind of rubber.
Right. But when you talk about the elderly, how about bedridden
or obese
patients
or
obese
wheelchair?
or pregnant,
and my father-in-law was in a wheelchair, so it was also that. He was a big dude. He was like 6 foot something.
So would you be able to grab him out of the wheelchair and be able to perform the Heimlich maneuver?
I think the adrenaline, maybe.
Yeah.
If you can, like if they don't have a brittle bone disease or they're not in a brace or
exactly. There's too many things that you just don't know.
Yeah.
No.
It's scary, and that you always want to have that second option. Toni, tell us a little bit about what Equal First Aid is all about.
So Equal First Aid was formed, like I said, 4 years ago. And what we'd like to do is really advocate across the United States for airway clearance devices like the LifeVac to be placed in all schools, disability homes, daycares. Everybody should have a device. So basically, we're raising awareness for people that are our most vulnerable population, that they don't have an equal chance to be rescued. So again, we'd like to see them in every school. There is the ADA law already in place. So really, we look at it like, why do we need a law? But apparently, every school is not equipped with a life-saving device. So we went the route of the legislation route. Texas, as we discussed, was passed the Weston Mandrell Act. So Texas, every public and private school will now have to be equipped with an airway clearance device. But the reason that why I did reach out to you, and I'm grateful for this time, is because, I thought that once a bill passes, all kinds of bells and whistles would go off, and, there is no, I don't even know the right words for it. Like, there's no inspector that walks around and says, hey, school, do you have the device, and are you following House Bill 549? There's
Right.
nobody really regulating.
Well, it's not until something happens, and then but the schools are aware of it, and it's funny you bring that up, because by mistake, I saw a YouTube video of a police officer saving a life with LifeVac, and it was the name of the town was the same name of a town here in Texas. So I thought it was a Texas school.
Oh.
So I reached out. Turned out it wasn't a Texas school, but the school that I reached out to, it was and I don't want to give that name yet because we're still talking. But the Texas school that I reached out to has 5 or 6 campuses, and when I brought this up to them, one of their administrators said, "Yes, we saw that bill, and we saw that we need to have this device on." So they have been notified. The schools have been notified. They know they need to have this on their campuses.
All right, that's great news, because I didn't know how they would be notified, but I did reach out to a representative of LifeVac this afternoon. And in Texas alone, there's 14 lives that have been saved from choking. And one of them was from the free LifeVac campaign that they were running. So every school in the United States is eligible for a free LifeVac device. So they reach out to schools at lifevac.net, and they can get a free device, because over the past few years, especially our first one in Wisconsin, the committee was asking, are you going to give us a code? Are you going to give us a coupon? And I was with Arthur Lee and LifeVac at that hearing in Wisconsin. And the families that have lost their children were there. I mean, it was just like the saddest hearing for people. It's heartbreaking, because they're begging for my child died in your school system. It was on July 6th. I get goosebumps just talking about it, because on that day of the hearing is the anniversary that child died in school. And they had said, hey, do we get a coupon? What's the code? And Arthur stepped up and said, we don't want any more children to die. I'm going to give one to every single school in Wisconsin. And from there, that's how it snowballed across the United States. So Texas schools, I know that over 10,000 schools in the United States are now equipped with the device.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's more than 100 school saves alone, even though LifeVac is up to almost, as you know, almost their 5,000 life saves that have been recorded. We don't even know how many don't record it. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. I just really think that, if your listeners can make sure that their schools have their free device, and then maybe 1 or 2 others, reach out to LifeVac.
I remember back in, I think it was 2008, when I first jumped on board with LifeVac, they only had 6 lives saved.
Wow.
And
now they have the wall.
And I know Arthur was struggling each and every day, every waking moment, trying to get these devices into schools, and turn down after turn down after turn down. That schools did not want this, because they don't want to change, they don't want liability. But
seems so much
but
easier.
it's so refreshing knowing that these devices are in the schools. Parents should be able to breathe a little easier, knowing that there is a device in the school that will save their child if anything does happen. So every parent should advocate and say, hey, do you have this anti-choking device in your school, in the school? Is it readily available? Is it in a?
Where is it at?
Where is it?
Kind of like where the fire hydrant
Yeah,
is. Or
everybody should know exactly where it is. at each and every time.
And it was very, very exciting because it's almost like and again, it's been years, as I mentioned, New Jersey is the states are just taking a long time, but it was very, it was very uplifting to know that it can be done. Like we can get these in every single school. And that's our mission and my mission. I'm not going to stop until, there's no more choking tragedies. I want them in every state. I want to do what I did in Texas. So I'm thankful again for that. And if any of your listeners want to reach out to me, and if they want to help, if they have family in other states, they can definitely reach out to me, and I can talk to them about that and how they can help also.
Now you also go as far as the UK and across the pond, right?
So LifeAct is in not Equal First Aid, our organization, because the rules are different there. But LifeAct, I believe, it is in 26 other countries. Yes.
Wow.
Richard Summers just posted Hobo from the Thin Blue Line LEMC. He works for Garland School District. He is a SRO, school safety officer over there. And he just posted, we have LifeAct mounted in the cafeteria of the Garland School District.
Very nice. I'm glad to hear that.
So,
nursing homes need them.
Nursing homes, without a doubt.
Restaurants.
Are they mandated in nursing homes or just right now, just a school system?
Right now, it's just the school system.
It should be just like the AED is required in schools and on football and athletic games. This should be in every single cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
It should be in every single restaurant across the country. Mm-hmm. It should be everywhere
where
there's food
a kitchen.
Wherever there's food served.
Food trucks.
The LifeAct should be readily available.
We have legislation in Connecticut, but of course that's stalling a little bit. But it did read that they would like it in all patrol cars, emergency vehicles and schools. So at that point, it was kind of a tough divide. Well, do you put the bill in public health committee? Do you put the bill in education? And we're like, we don't care where you put the bill. Just put the bill. Yeah. And the other thing too is, and this is really sad, because once Texas passed and I reached out to the other states, like, hey, look at this, House Bill 549. I actually was told, well, we don't want to follow what Texas does. And
have they not learned yet?
That hurt my heart, because it's not about blue or red. This is about, let's save lives. It does everybody, nobody's immune from choking.
Yeah. And that I don't know if I should be angry or find it humorous humored from it, because we don't want to do what Texas did. We don't want to do what's working. We want to do something else.
We don't want to save lives.
It's their own claim to fame.
It's because that's the political world. That's the sadness.
Grocery aisle throwing the tantrums when they were 5 years old.
Yeah.
That's the sadness of the blue and the red and the divide. We don't have a divide when it comes to this. We have to stay together, save lives. It doesn't matter. And if there is a listener that is out of state, you reach out to your local representative. Hey, let's introduce a bill like the Texas bill. And it's so simple. It's, will you sponsor this bill? Will you introduce this bill? That's all it is. Once we get the bill going, we'll take it from there. We'll advocate. We'll get other organizations to step up and support the bill.
Now, Toni, I'm sure there are a lot of parents out there that are thinking, going, man, I would love this bill to be passed in my state or my community or my town, but they don't know how to speak to a legislative or a politician. They don't know how to. They don't know how to approach them.
So they can
how do they, what are the steps for, say, some mom out there or dad out there that says, hey, I want to do this, but how do I approach my legislator? What's my wording? What do I say?
So very simple. And I've learned also over the years that less is more. When I used to send the long-winded emails, nobody reads them. So basically it's true. It's short and sweet. Right. It's, good afternoon, Representative. Attached is Texas Bill 549. I'm a resident of such and such, and I want to know if you would kindly meet with me, introduce a similar bill, and or sponsor it. The end. That's it. Plain and simple. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I think that just asking them, would they be willing to introduce a similar bill to the bill that I would send them? Honestly, too, if the parent wants to reach out to me, text me. I'll give my personal line. They can just text me. I'm happy to help. I'll be happy to write the email for them and carbon, CC them on the email.
Oh, wow. And, and that's what's, when we talk about the bill being passed, I just got a brain fart and I forgot where I was going to go with this. But
Put it back in.
Put it back in my head. Put it back in my head. Some of our legislators, some of our politicians do not know about LifeVac. So if you're a politician, legislator, if you're in political parties, whatever, Arthur Lee couldn't have made it easier. It's a 2-minute video to show how it works.
I didn't know until you.
Yeah, it's not 45 minutes of learning and training. It's a 2-minute video. It's an infomercial
because the device is that easy.
It's that easy. So even a politician can waste 2 minutes of his time.
Even a politician can do it.
Even a politician can do it. But for politicians out there, for legislators out there, this is a win-win situation for you to jump on board on, to bring to your community, to bring to the families and say, I support your children's safety. I am here for you. This couldn't be easier.
Right. To have a backup option. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's the option in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, my two daughters both carry them in their cars.
Yeah. One of the Bettys with her little, she's got a 3-year-old. Yeah. It's in the car. They want one in each car.
Yeah.
Because, they're eating snacks in the back. And then by the time you realize, oh crap, I gotta pull over,
and they're in a car seat or whatever. And here's the other good thing about this device: it is not going to break the bank. It's not. It is. I think, what is it, like $70 or $75 now?
And you can use
lifetime replacement.
And lifetime replacement. So I mean, it's not a break the bank type of.
It's a lot cheaper than a medical bill.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Or the lawsuits, right?
Yeah,
all that.
You spend that. People spend that on Starbucks in a week.
A day.
I wanted to add, if that's okay. So when I first began, we had to kind of walk on eggshells. We weren't allowed to mention LifeVac in legislation because it just have. So most of them do see airway clearance device. We can't mention it. However, we got I get a Google alert when there's a choking tragedy or a save. And this one happened to have been, sadly, a choking tragedy in Maryland that the child had died. He was 17 years old. He had pica, which they just, stuff all kinds of objects in their mouths. He had put a rubber glove in his mouth.
What is that? What is it called?
It's called pica, Pica. And it's a disease where they kind of like put objects in their mouth. It could be chalk. It could be.
Oh, okay.
It could be rubber. This particular one, sadly, was a rubber glove. He ended up choking on a rubber glove. 2 problems were here. Number one, he had choked, obviously, but he didn't have anybody to watch over him. So that was a different part. That's why there was a different lawsuit. But that was in 2019. We just found out about it this past May. Once so all these years later, we don't hear of the choking deaths in school. After the fact, after the lawsuit, we hear about them. We're trying to prevent choking tragedies in school. Right. This particular state is not afraid to say, let's have LifeVac. As a matter of fact, they reached out to me that they want this to go quickly. This was my first time that a legislator actually reached out to Equal First Aid and said, how are we going to get this done? We want to meet you. We want to have a hearing in January. We want to shake the hand of Arthur Lee, the inventor. So for me, it's just great that in the beginning, we couldn't mention it. Oh, it's a big secret. It just has to be an airway clearance device. But this particular LifeVac is non-invasive, handheld, non-powered, lifetime replacement. They're talking about budget issues. He's trying to lessen the burden of the budget. We're talking about how easy it is, how many times we hear that there's not a school nurse on premises that they have to, they have to share where they go to different districts. So that's all the more reason why there should be life acts in every school. Because if your nurse is not there,
right.
Even on the buses too.
On the buses, that's a good point. The bus drivers should be, and it's not like it's a 4-hour, 5-hour training. It's a 2-minute training video.
They're going through
Place,
CPR
push, pull.
and all that
Done.
stuff.
Place, push, pull.
Just add it to the program.
If you have ever plunged your toilet, you can plunge a choking victim. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Just use.
But I do want to.
Advice.
Yeah, I do want. No, yeah, I do want to say one thing about. Not every anti-choking device is created equal. Okay,
it's the only one I've heard about.
LifeVac is the best choking device on the market, and its patented two-way valve is what makes it top of the line and the number one anti-choking device in America. There are a lot of hacks out there that are trying to offlay it or do something else. Make sure you go with a product that is certified, a product that has been tested over and over and over again, and a place where LifeVac stands behind all their products.
So they would reach out to lifevac.net, only purchase from the website, because there are hundreds of knockoffs. And if you go on and it says, oh, it's $19.99, that's not it. They're not registered with the FDA. So I would just say lifevac.net.
Lifevac.net. And we've had Arthur on the show. I've spoken to Arthur a lot. He's done a lot in Florida. There's so much good stuff coming down the pike, and God bless him for what Arthur has done and stayed with it throughout the years, because he believes in this. It's not like he's making $1 million off this product. He is, just doesn't want to see any child choke. Exactly. He doesn't want any family to go through what let me just give the quick story behind what LifeVac is for those who don't remember this or weren't privy to this when Arthur was on. Arthur was at the hospital with his daughter, and he saw a family crying over the loss of their child from choking, and it impacted him. And he said, I don't ever want to see another family break down and cry like that again on the loss of a child. And he did what any other typical man would do to solve a problem. He went to Home Depot. It's exactly what he did. He went to Home Depot and said, hey, I can fix this problem. How do I fix this? And those little plungers that are in Home Depot, he retrofitted them, put his patent on them, and made it, and he had it tested time and time again. And I remember him telling me they did 100 cadavers from a university. They took sausages and put them in the throats of 100 cadavers, and LifeVac took out 99% of them.
What a class!
Beautiful. Also, the valve. If they do get a LifeVac, if they do purchase their LifeVac, this is I don't know if they can hear it, but see, that's the valve in there. You always want to hear it shaking. That's how you know it's going to work.
Okay. I did not know that, so thank you for telling me that. Because I would have probably thought, oh, something's broken or something's loose.
No, that's the valve.
You fix it.
Yeah, and also listeners should know, a lot of times people say, oh, I don't want to put a plunger. That's going to, push the blockage down even further. This device has a venting system on it. So as soon as you push down, you can hear the air. Yep. So the air escapes out of the vent and then creates the suction for you to pull up.
Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this. Mm-hmm. I've heard that LifeVac has also worked on animals.
Mm-hmm. Well, I heard that too.
I heard that.
So I heard that it was 2 cats.
Okay.
Yeah.
That it did help. It did work on some animals.
Yes, there was 2 saves with cats. That's what I did hear.
Okay, so it's multi-versatile. I mean, this is a product that every home should have. And you know what? It's the best. Christmas coming up. it is the best present you can give that
Yeah.
you hope they never have to use.
You know how many times I've heard that it was under the tree. Somebody saved their loved one. The person was like, "Oh, what kind of gift is that?" And the next day they had to use it on him and saved his life. So
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you heard the story about the Shane. You know Shane in Florida, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Well, Shane had just given a life vac to one of the local fire departments over there. Just gave it to him, and not a week later,
Wow.
that fire department saved a life with that very same life vac.
Wow.
So you don't know when you give a life vac out as a present or a gift or to a local restaurant or yeah, it's a great elephant gift. Exactly. You don't know the lives that you're going to save or the life that you may save.
I was fortunate enough this past October to take part in one of the New Jersey, the Bergen County, the largest county in New Jersey, to team up with Mavericks Legacy, and we donated 493 to the police department. So every police officer in Bergen County, New Jersey, is now equipped. That was just a beautiful, heartwarming sight to see because, as I told you earlier, my father died when I was young, line of duty, but I do have pictures of him at his meetings, sitting at the round tables with all the police officers. And now I was standing in front of them, and it just brought back just incredible memories. And
oh, wow.
I was standing in front talking about the life vac, and all these gentlemen and we're sitting there. And at the end, it was just nice and quiet. Darren Chambers opened up all the boxes. I think he brought 500. And just started slicing them open, and they all lined up. And they were like, "Yeah, we need 40," and he handed them 40. We need 20. We need 8. We were able to donate that. And then the following week, I was able here at St. Francis Cancer Center. All of the nurses wanted it for their personal use, for their families, and for Christmas, and also baby shower gifts, because now you can even get a package of.
Put it on your registry.
Yeah, put it on your registry. Keep it in your diaper bag. They say children 22 pounds and over. There are reports of children being saved up 3 weeks old, children being saved. So anyway, those nurses are all equipped. So it is really heartwarming to see how many people are getting devices. And if any of your listeners would like a device and they purchase it on lifehack.net, they can use code EFA10. They'll get $10 off of their purchase and free shipping.
Very nice.
They won't pay for shipping and they'll get a discount.
Nice.
EFA10.
EFA. I'm going to write that down because I'm going to put that EFA10.
Mm-hmm. $10 off their shipping. $10 off and free shipping.
And free shipping.
Yeah.
I want to also let everybody know the Life Hack comes with multi-size masks as well. I think, how many does it come with? 3?
It comes, the home kit comes with 3. One of them is a practice mask, which is the same size as the adult mask. So it's actually, once you're done practicing with it, you can toss that one out. You'll have an adult mask and a child size mask.
And that's all you need. And
that's all you need, because if you use it once, you reach out to the company because they record their lives saved. They will replace everything, the mask and the unit. And people say, "Oh, I could just throw it in my dishwasher." We don't want anything like that.
That wouldn't be.
Yeah, he's going to just replace the whole unit and the masks. You just tell him, I saved a life. I heard about it from my friend. So it's a one-time purchase, lifetime replacement. And
you can't get better than that.
You can, and especially with the schools, there's not really, he's trying to do everything. Financial burden, we're trying to lift that. We don't want to put anything more on the teachers. We understand that the teachers have so much on their plate, and as you mentioned earlier, it's a 2-minute training. There's really, there's no more like burden. There's no more class that you have to take.
Right. You can watch it. You can watch it on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch it while you're on the toilet. Watch it on the phone. Boom. It's a YouTube video. 2 minutes. Boom. You're done. And you're trained. It doesn't require certification. And it's as easy as place, push, pull.
Right.
And that's it. 3 easy steps, and you can save a life. I love your passion behind this. I want to get more advocates out there to help.
Thank you.
And, the team of LifeVac has grown. They all have the same passion, and it's all about saving lives, and it's not about profit. And that's one thing I love about Arthur and the whole team. It's never, ever been since day one about profit. It's about saving lives. And that's what LifeVac is all about.
I agree. And we should get them in the trauma kit, your biker trauma kit.
Yeah,
I don't know if it would fit though.
I don't think they would fit, but for the
new prototype coming.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of guys can keep those, the LifeVac in their trunk if they have a full dress bike.
Garage
Or,
bar.
the garage bar, whatever. I saw a video of, and when you say, "Oh, I'm going to keep it in my car," now, I'm not going to save a life with it in my car. Yes, you will.
You never know.
And I saw a video. I think it was from about 3 months ago. It was a restaurant. A guy was choking at the table. It was a steak restaurant. He was choking at the table, and nobody really knew what to do. And the waiter tried to give him the Heimlich. It wasn't working. A patron at the bar got up, ran outside the facility, went into his car, got the LifeVac, came back into the restaurant, performed, used the LifeVac on this person, and pulled the obstruction out of his throat. So, you don't know where you may be, where you may have to come to someone's rescue, but that's got to be an amazing feeling to say, I saved that man's life, because if he didn't go there to his car, if he didn't have LifeVac, the Heimlich maneuver did not work in that restaurant.
I'd feel more comfortable using the LifeVac than grabbing somebody behind, and if they're big and all that. And it's because I've had to do it at a restaurant before on someone, and
it's not
scary.
Fun.
Yeah, it's scary.
But, it's a scary thing.
Yeah, and I do, again, I appreciate you guys and all your listeners, but then I do want to donate some LifeVacs to you, so that you can give them out to your, to your listeners. And
We would love that. We will. Well, you know what? We'll donate them to our local first responders out here.
In a nursing
home. And you know what? Yeah,
I got to do a nursing home.
Yeah, we'll do nursing homes. Yeah, fantastic. That would be great, Tony. If we can get some, that would be amazing.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you so much. I want to thank you and LifeVac for everything you guys do each and every day.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. We support you 100%. We back you 100%. And whatever we can do in the state of Texas for you, please let us know.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your time today.
Tony, I appreciate you. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It was Toni, I'm going to say Labbbate. I've known her for so long, and I keep saying her name wrong. Labbbate.
At least you're pretty.
I know, I'm pretty.
At least you're pretty.
But you know what? I love, this is what the 99% Radio Network community is all about. It's about life-saving, making a difference in people's lives, changing someone's life for the better, and where the rubber meets the road or the rubber meets the face mask, whatever it is, if you can change a life, if you can support somebody, if you can help somebody, if you can aid somebody, that's what this is radio for a reason. And, we see the motorcycle community stepping up each and every day, helping out our community. And we want to be your voice for getting it out there, just like we want to help LifeVac get their voice out there as well. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after these messages.
What we believe in at Glenn Larson Law is doing one thing and doing it really well. When I meet people, I always tell them we're going to uncover every single rock possible. That's the medical component, that's your story, and your voice.
We've solely focused on personal injury, whether that be a slip and fall accident or a commercial 18-wheeler, a motorcycle or DWI, motor vehicle accident. We specialize in that and that only.
When someone says, my neck really hurts, I know exactly how that feels. There's so much more to an injury case dealing with the pain level that people go through and how it affects their lives. And I know how to advocate to make sure that the insurance companies take all of that in consideration in every case.
We're very transparent and open to always keep them informed and stay on top of their case at all times.
Because we're a little bit smaller in team numbers, we're able to really dive into every single case and develop not only a client relationship, but a friendship and a lifelong connection.
We're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll meet you anywhere, at the scene, in the hospital, at your home. Whatever's best for the client, we will do every single time.
There is a connection component that I believe our firm is committed to. We want to be connected with you and your family beyond this case so that you know that you have a lifelong partner. Not just a case, but a lifelong connection and a lifelong voice. And we look forward to serving you.
Hey, welcome back to the 9% Radio Network here in the Fishbowl. Man, we're going to wrap it up a little early today and enjoy this beautiful weather. But before we go, we want to thank Toni Labbbate from LifeVac and Equal First Aid. Want to thank Glenn Lawson, Mongo, and Lori Montoya. Billy Ball couldn't join us today because she is out training.
She's gambling.
She's out there training for her fundraising ventures of casino night. So if you're looking for a casino night, please reach out to Billy Ball. Best time to do these casinos is through the winter when we can't do bike runs. Reach out to Billy Ball and get a poker night going or a casino night going.
Texas Hold'em night.
Texas Hold'em night. She does it all. Reach out to her, and she can help you set up those great biker poker night or biker casino night or whatever it is, man. And you can put a theme to it and have a lot of fun with it. This Saturday, we got 2 events going on. Mm-hmm. We got the first one, which is going on now. It's been going on since Wednesday over at Cabela's in Fort Worth. That's the Spokes for Hope Motorcycle Rodeo. You can go there. It's free of charge. Go check it out. And Saturday, the 99 will be out there. Well, one half of the 99 will be out there and supporting the Garland Police Department with the Thin Blue Line, LEMC, Richard Summers, Hobo, and me will be out there cooking for the Garland Police Department as we cheer on all of our law enforcement officers from across the country who are competing in this motorcycle rodeo. This is an amazing time, and it's all about the kids. They Spokes for Hope bridges the gap between the police department and the community by giving bicycles to the police department to hand out to the children. Mm-hmm. So it helps our police departments across the country. And you will be at?
I'll be at Maverick, Harley, because they're also doing the 22 Kill. They'll have like canine show and stuff like that, food trucks, but I'm going because they're having the Miss Americana pinup contest.
Nice. You're coming out of retirement?
I am. I'm coming. It's been like 3 years since I've done a competition. So me and my other Betty Cha-Cha baby will be in the competition. We'll be competing. It's not a Battling Betties event. We are just in there as Betties.
Nice, though.
Doing some recruiting and stuff. But yeah, it'll be a good time. Maybe I can swing by on the way because that Cigar International is right by my house, and so I can maybe swing by on the way because I think the pinup contest is like at 2 or 3 o'clock.
Okay, yeah. So, well, me and Hobo will be at Cabela's early in the morning. We'll be setting up, and we'll be serving food for the Garland Police Department.
That's a nice big parking lot. For that.
It's a lot of fun. It's great to bring the kids out. If you got nothing to do this Saturday, bring the kids out. They can watch some amazing motorcycle. I don't want to call them just motorcycle riding through these cones. It's amazing what these officers can do on the bikes.
A lot to see. And then also the big Cabela's right there. I mean, they're going to be decorated for Christmas.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. So come out and support Spokes for Hope.
And Sunday.
Oh, then
live.
Sunday. Chance, do you know how? Well, we could probably do it on our Facebook.
We can share it.
Or how do we share that
The
out?
award show.
The award, yeah. We're gonna find out. I think you could share it. We could probably
It's
share it
gonna be on
right
the
out of the fishbowl.
FBR
And
we
we could probably
US.
Yep. But the 99%
FBR.
Radio Network team is going to be receiving
Something.
multiple awards. We
Something.
won at least 2 awards.
Somebody likes us.
Somebody likes us, and it's all because thank you to our listeners for
It's my mom.
coming on and voting for us. We can't thank you enough.
I think my mom made like 17 different emails to vote.
Voter fraud again in Florida.
Hey,
Voter
you
fraud.
know, it's all Florida.
Well, big shout out to your mom. And what did she say? Oh yeah, dumb times. Let's eat. Oh yeah. So Rich, you know, Hobo, you got to come by my house. You got to pick up my grill, and we got to head out there. Let me know what we need. I'll get with you tomorrow. Thank you for everything from the Thin Blue Line, LEMC, that does so much for the communities throughout Texas and throughout our nation. They're a huge club that does so much for the communities in each and every state. So I want to thank Thin Blue Line, LEMC once again. Chance, thanks from behind the board. And like I said, we're going to cut a little short today, and we will talk to you next week as we got Patriot Barbie's coming on the day before
That's
Thanksgiving.
our Thanksgiving show.
Yes.
We still have openings for next week.
Yeah, next week we got some openings. No, next week we're going to have the Burnt podcast. I forgot the guy's name.
Oh,
He's been coming.
That's right.
He's coming in, and then we'll probably have somebody else.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We got people.
Until next week, if you can be anything in this world, be kind. Peace.